Well, hello, and welcome back, or welcome to the third season. The third, is that a word? My perpetual ambition to make my own library of words that do not exist. I shall bring them into existence one day, you'll see. Anyway, welcome back to Pizzachan's podcast. I am your host, Pizzachan, and we are in season 3, favorite streamer series. I hope y'all are ready for this podcast. My guest today. Let me say a few words about my guest today. I promise I'll be nice. My guest today is his own brand of chaotic gaming and hilarious commentary. He's just a great fun bundle of joy, and I truly enjoy his channel, so I brought him on here so you all can enjoy him too. And I don't mean that in a cannibalistic sense as enjoy him, but enjoy his wonderful repertoire. What is this word? Repartee of comedy. But anyway, let's bring him on, the great, the amazing, the Irish potato, GrayTTV. Gray, are you there?
Yes, I am alive. Hello.
You're alive. Well, I hope you're alive. That you didn't die in the last 5 minutes. That would have sucked.
I mean, I was panicking a lot before the stream, so it could have happened, but thankfully it didn't.
You were panicking a lot? Why were you panicking?
Well, everything decided to break. Yeah, that kind of sent me into a spiral. But I managed the situation well.
There you go.
We're here. Everything's good.
A panic management. There you go. I love it. So how are you doing today besides the chaos? Having a good weekend?
Yeah, I'm doing well. I mean, I have got a deadline ahead of me. I've got a Warhammer tournament soon, and that means that I'm painting small plastic men for a long period of each day. So that's kind of been my life at the moment.
You know, I find that fascinating.
That's been the weekend.
People who paint those little tiny figurines. I've never been into Warhammer or anything like that, but I love the figurines and the painting. So I'll just sit and watch people paint for hours. It's like crazy, but it's kind of.
I mean, it was never something I thought I would ever get into.
Mm-hmm.
And then my mates like bludgeoned me in the head enough times and said that you should do it. And here I am. It's kind of a big deal now. It's who I am as a person, though. Like I would find something I like. And that is now everything. Everything can go away, and that's it. I become so obsessive on that stuff. So
okay. Well,
with the deadline coming, that's kind of been every free minute I'm getting is just like must put paint on man, and that is it.
Alrighty then. Can we not do that? Can we not? I don't want the promo. Please go away. Thank you.
But I really want to become famous, Pizza.
Well, you're on my podcast. You're going to be famous. No, I hate those. That's like a block of text that takes up half my screen. It's like, oh, you're getting more elaborate with your bot scams now.
I had like 20 of them come in last week.
Usually Siri catches them.
It was like the Normandy beach landings. Like my mods were just machine gunning them off the face of the earth. It was absolutely fantastic.
I love that. All right, so let's get started with this podcast, shall we? So I'm gonna pick your brain for an hour or so, okay? Not painfully, but just pick your brain. All right, so first, tell us about yourself. The hardest question on my list.
It is absolutely awful. Well, I am, of course, Gray. And for anyone out in the channel, I see Mike is out there. That is actually my name. He was blown away when he found that out one time. But no, I'm a psychopathic Irishman, and I really don't know what every day is going to bring. And that's kind of what my channel ends up being. It's just like I wake up and this is my that's caught my eye. Like my mates call me the magpie. because like something shiny will come my way and I have to have it. But no, I recently turned 28. I have a degree in history. This is all the really boring stuff. I don't do anything with that. I must just put that out there right now. But I have it. It's mine.
I love history, actually.
With a piece of paper that says that I have it. So there you go.
Pretty cool.
Nothing but grey matter. Thank you, Emma. But yeah, no, I'm just a nerd on the internet at this point. Like, and yeah, I'm doing terrible with this question. So here we go.
Let me help you out.
It's a really hard question to talk about yourself.
It is. Without sounding very pompous or egotistical, it's hard to talk about yourself.
I don't like to talk about myself in such a way that is good. I like to just demean myself constantly.
Yes, you do that. All right, so hobbies.
I'm Gray and I am an ass, and that is.
You're an ass. So hobbies. Do you like to read beside the, like, Warhammer or anything like that?
So hobbies is something I have way too much of. My wife is just, anytime someone mentions to me that I should get into something, I just see her soul die and want to run out of its body. Yeah, no, like that's just me. And I obviously Warhammer's a big thing these days, but I also play guitar. That's kind of a thing. I got a few of them, and I decided to stop because, like I said earlier on, I'm an obsessive person. If I will just, there's not enough things I can have. So like, I get a nice guitar and I'm like, the next one, and it's just a terrible thing. So yeah, like I said, my wife just dies. I was into golf a little while back.
Golf? Okay, I wouldn't expect that.
COVID, I was well into golf, and it was just like, I have to get all the nice golf stuff, and it's like, oh my fuck. But that's kind of calmed down because the Warhammers just took it all over, and of course streaming is that's my hobby. Like that's my main one. Is turning on a camera and making crude jokes about peens and capybaras. That's just
the best kind of humor. The best kind of humor.
Hello, Zelica. But I must warn you, Pizza, before Zelica really gets going, he can be what's the word? I don't know what word. I don't know how to describe that man. Overly sensual. So just putting it out there. Zelica, behave yourself.
It's all right. I've seen him in chat, so it's your chat, so I'm fine.
You know what's coming then. Yeah.
I know what's coming. So in other words, you are an obsessive compulsive hobbyer like I am. I see something and I like it and I want to go do it. I have to buy everything that comes with it, and then I'll eventually stop.
Yes. And then move on to the next one.
Yes.
Flight simming was a thing for like 2 minutes for me. So I had to get all the best flight sim gear. And it's still sitting here, and it's. I pray that I will use it someday. Maybe I'll do a stream someday where I'm like, I'll fly this fighter jet into the ground 50 times and people will have fun. So I don't know. But yeah, no, I've always been so, like, when I was younger, it was dinosaurs. It was just like, I would watch Jurassic Park on repeat for like 40 million years. And I would know every dinosaur. I don't know every dinosaur anymore because that obsession is past. And then it moved on to like planes and stuff. And I would just be that guy, you know, everyone knows that guy. It's just like, I could name every aircraft that was ever flying. And it's like, okay, this guy's weird. I will walk away now. I will not want to talk to him again.
I love that. Yeah, I pick up all kinds of weird. I paint, write, I diamond paint, I want to cross stitch, I game, I stream. It's like I can't get any more hobbies because some of them are really expensive, like journaling. The journals alone are like $50 per journal if you want the good journals. So it's like, please stop buying journals. I have so many. Oh my god, I'm killing forests as we speak.
Bad, because my wife's the same person as me. Like we were talking last night about how weirdly the same we are. She's exactly the same. Like she's decided that she wants to like learn how to paint nails. Around about the same time that I started to paint Warhammer. And then I mean, literally right now I could go into the next room and she will be playing Farming Simulator. I don't know why, but she's now found that is a fun thing for her to do, and she will not stop doing that for the next month, and then she'll never do it again.
I appreciate that.
She's exactly the same. Like, we're just two people that if we had more money, it would become a problem because we would just we become hoarders.
Yes, yes.
But like, she would be piling up with like nail stuff and all the other things she does, and I'd be like sitting here with like 50 different versions of a guitar and like loads of flight stuff. I'm like, what am I going to do with this? But except look at it and think, yay, I have this. This is mine. But no, I just don't know how to describe myself other than absolutely ridiculous.
No, I think you're pretty awesome, but oh, my pencil just broke.
Oh dear God.
I love this. I love my life.
When you journal too hard and the pencil breaks.
I do. I mean, I have to use those fun mechanical pencils. Problem is I write too hard. My husband says I etch into paper instead of actually writing on it because I press really hard on paper. So you can actually see what I wrote on the previous page. But yeah, there we go. We got it back. All right. So why streaming, Gray?
Thank you, Toast. I'm just being attacked in chat. I'm used to it though.
Be nice.
No, this is what I'm used to. This is what I feed off. But no, sorry. What was your last question, Pizza? I'm sorry.
Why streaming?
Why stream? Like, see, that's again. It was just one of those things that just happened.
Mm-hmm.
I've had GrayTTV for a little over a year now, as of last week.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not where I started streaming. I started streaming with some of my mates on another channel called Pizzachan Alpha.
Mm.
And my buddy Phil, he was doing that for a while over there, and it just kind of clicked one day where we're like, why don't we all just take this channel and group up and do it as a big shebang, you know? And we did that. We did that for a while, like up until we did that for about a year. Yeah, our sort of first group stream was January 2020. Was it 2020 or 2021? Years or 2021? Oh my God. So yeah, we did that. And when we started off, we always said, you know, once it sort of hits a point where someone feels that they can go off and be a bit, you know, they've found their zone, they can, you know, that's the deal, is that we get comfortable here and then go off and do our thing. You'll see BSLS maybe come into the stream this evening. He did the same thing. It's just like we're all going to go and we're going to get our own channels now and propel from there.
Propel. That's a good word.
That's kind of what happened. Is I was just like, right, I found what I want, and the thing is, what I wanted to do with streams, as you've seen, is just chaos. And it's like, oh, I like that thing. It's now part of my stream. Like, just go. Like, 2 minutes late, like 2 minutes before a stream, I've added stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this now because I've had a thought 2 minutes before I went live. I'm like, okay, yeah, I need to just do my own thing because this is crazy to try and keep up with what my brain's doing. So, yeah, and now I have a channel full of Bimson and capybaras that like I don't think anyone else would want to have.
What's wrong with capybaras? I love cappies.
Nothing is wrong with capybaras.
They're
capybaras
amazing.
Are the greatest creature to ever grace this earth, and if anyone harms them, I will find them.
But I wanted to ask about Bimson. Where did he come from?
So, Bimson just randomly appeared on my YouTube one day as a video. I was just like, what the hell is that? It was just some pink blob thing. I was like, oh, what's that? And it was like 2 a.m, and I'd had a few drinks. It was like a Saturday night. I was like, yeah. So I was just like browsing YouTube, and it's like, as soon as he opened his mouth, I just started crying with laughter. I couldn't get over what I was watching. And Toast will tell you. Anyone else? You know, Toast is one of my close buddies. He lives like I could throw a stone at him. Do you want me to do that?
Don't throw rocks at people. It's not nice.
Do that, he'll tell you the next week was me just sending it to everybody constantly, listening to it, basically on repeat. And I just find him as a kid, like that weird Kirby Peter Griffin mashup, just way too much for my brain to be able to handle. I just found it so funny, and I fell in love with him. Everyone else hated him, and that kind of made me love him even more. I was just like, no, this. I don't know. Is Bimson? Am I Bimson? Am I this like really weird fucking thing that makes noises and you'll either love it or hate it? Am I? And then I was just like, no, I'm running with this. Bimson's. I love this thing way too much, and now he's my little mascot. And there's millions of different photoshops of Bimsons that are out there, and more and more will happen, and I will do something with that eventually. Toast will tell you, me and him are working on something with that. In fact, I'll just say, like, we're working on a Bimson poster, where all of the different photoshops of Bimson will be created onto this poster. When that thing's finished, it'll be part of our giveaways, and it's just going to be wild. Most people will want to decline the delivery of this thing, but I'm going to send it to them anyway.
Your stream is just like a giant room filled with like insider jokes.
It is. I do really feel bad for any new viewers to come into my stream, because it's like, what am I looking at? And so many people are like, it happened a lot in Subnautica, because there's a lot of like times in Subnautica where you're just swimming around, and you know, there's a lot of dead space between where you're going and whatever's happening, and maybe you're not getting eaten by giant fish, and it's just little sea monkeys swimming around. It's nice. And then I'll randomly get a chat that says, "What's that in the top left?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah, that's Bibson. Don't worry about him. We'll talk about it later." And what I've done is I've photoshopped him to have like scuba gear on, and it's like, what? It does sometimes I do step back and go, I am really doing this on the internet, and there's people watching me. I don't understand. I don't know if you ever get that, where you're like, you've done something just so over the top or wild, and you're like, there's actually people here. I don't understand why are you? I ask this question pretty much every time. I'm like, why are people here? I don't understand. Great show with like Eddie Hasty Simulator. It is, yeah.
Your anniversary stream, and it's like all of the crowd control and everything in the Skyrim with the cheese. It was so funny. Oh my god.
No, I love crowd control. Like, if there's a tool for streaming that I've found that I owe a lot of thanks to, it's crowd control.
Nice.
Because what you can do with Skyrim and that with that, especially when you set pretty much every effect to be like one coin, stuff gets really over the top really quickly. And it's a different kind of challenge mode that I've ever played for any game. Because it took me 3 hours to finish the first mission in Skyrim because of that. I don't know if have you played Skyrim, Pizza? I'm sure everyone's played it.
Yes.
And it's like, all I gotta do is go into a cave and find a little golden claw. It takes 10 minutes. This took me an entire 3 to 4 hour segment of a stream. It took that long.
Why am I not surprised?
I kept getting teleported to different regions. People were spawning dragons inside dungeons. It's just like, I don't know how to keep up with this. I'm level 1. Please help me.
Oh, man. Yeah, there's a couple kinds of communities. You have one that'll help you and contribute to you along your way on your journey through the game. Then you have the ones that will constantly hinder you.
I mean, in my case, it was one person helping 10 people really wanting me to die.
Yeah.
Like, if it was the other way around, it would have been so much nicer.
Yeah.
But no, like, I don't know. Brand?
Yeah. What is the brand?
I don't know. Like, because it's not really... It's not like I always see brand as a very business-esque kind of thing to think about, and I'm like, I feel like if I overthink what my brand is, I'll end up messing it up. You know, I kind of a lot of the stuff I do on stream and a lot of the streams I do and whatever's going on with GrayTTV, I am just winging it, and I know that sounds weird, like an easy thing to say, but I genuinely do just wing it.
It's really not that.
Wake up and feel like I want to do this, and I do it.
Yeah, it's really not that strange of a concept.
Great. Yeah.
A lot of people wing it. Some people don't even have schedules, like people present, because they just wake up and go, no, I don't want to play that game. I want to play Resident Evil for the 500th time. So yeah.
See, I saw there's a guy that I follow. He's called The Monolith. He's an excellent streamer. And like he put up that he has his entire like schedule and streams for each week and all of the games he's going to play set out until June 2023. And I fell off my chair.
June.
I didn't believe that could be true. Like I'm like, how have you done that? I don't even know what's happening for the next 6 minutes. Never mind 6 months. Like what is that? And it's like I don't even know how I would even be able to do that. Like I just decide on a whim what's going to be live on like a Sunday night before the next week. That's because that's just my brain just can't think that far ahead. If it does, I'll just fall down. I'll fall down.
Podcasts are hard because I actually have to schedule them at a time. So it's like,
no,
okay.
I don't envy you. I don't envy
It's like,
you for
okay, I
this.
have to get with this person because they're in a completely different time zone from me, and then I have to pick a time and a day. It's like, okay, I can do this, and then go, oh shit, I forgot how to do a podcast. I do that all the time, like 2 hours before. It's like I gotta throw shit together. I am so chaotic. I'm so chaotic. It's horrible.
No, I mean, it's crazy that the world hasn't exploded yet, Pizza.
Right.
Because we're together. I felt like this would be it. This would be like the next Chernobyl. Would be me and you being in the room together.
I'm not that bad, okay? I'm slightly chaotic. I'm just.
See,
I
would call myself slightly chaotic.
Mm-hmm.
I would call you widely chaotic.
I'm widely chaotic.
Because like, I can't remember what stream it was with you. I think it was your birthday stream.
Mm-hmm. Where nothing worked.
We had only just sort of found each other at that point.
Uh-huh.
And like, I had plans that day, and I just threw them all away. I was just like, I can't stop watching this.
Oh no, I don't think that was the birthday stream. That was the 600 follower.
It was something that was 12 hours anyway.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm still here. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, you were still why? Why half of my mods have left? Why are you still here?
I was just like, I'm having too much fun.
Can you hear? Can you hear out of your ears? Because it's like, get away from your mic, you're too loud. But yes. And then by the end, it's like, I can no longer speak because my voice is gone.
The 12-hour streams are a nightmare.
Yeah.
In a good way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, last Sunday, obviously, I was doing mine,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know if you know, but like the first 2 hours are really painful because you know what's ahead. But as soon as you get past that, it just flies on. I always find, it'll hit like 4 o'clock, and I'll be like, oh my god, I'm like halfway through. That's impressive. It feels like 5 minutes, and then I'll be done.
Yeah, I did the Resident Evil, was it A and B, and then Resident Evil 3. By the time I got to the end of Resident Evil 3, I'm like, I don't care. I'm using the rocket launcher and killing everything. I just want to be done.
It was just like you screaming constantly, just firing rocket launchers off. I was just like, this is top tier. This is wonderful.
No. The you with the Skyrim and the crowd control beats all of the rocket launchering with the cheese. It was totally great. Yeah, that's a thing. All right, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Oh, the Stream Deck obsession, because you were talking about streaming tools. I have a problem. I hope there is a place I can go and like go to therapy to stop touching the Stream Deck, because every day I find something new that I want to try with it. It's like, please leave it alone. Please stop using it.
Did you hear the story about me and my Stream Deck problem?
Oh, the one with you're in the car and you're looking for the button.
I don't know anyone's, like, so I have a Stream Deck and an entire page dedicated to sounds for anyone who doesn't know.
Father help.
Sounds ranging from like Oblivion music, my friend Slinger saying Doom with like 3 metric tons of reverb on it. It's just random shit, and there's no Hoot Wireless, of course, and Hoot Wireless is another one of my obsessions recently.
Yeah.
Hoot Wireless is actually infesting multiple channels that I'm connected with, and I didn't think that would happen. Yeah, I'm just chilling in the stream, and people are just being like, Hoot Wireless and I'm like, why? What? This isn't even mine. Why has this gotten over here? It is spreading so like a disease. So
oh no, you started the Hoot Wireless
pandemic. Be careful over here in case it comes over to your place.
No, you can keep it. We have enough problems over here.
So no, I'm just sitting watching a painting streamer go, and then someone comes in and it's like, Hoot Wireless. I'm like, why are you here and why are you doing that?
I love it.
So I also have an applause button, which I have no control. I have no respect for doing it too much. I do it pretty much after every joke I make.
He does.
If it's funny or not. And I'll press that, and I will have an active battle on stream, trying to stop myself pressing this button, and I will not be able to do it.
Oh.
So I'm going down to Warhammer tournament with my buddy Toast there, the one who I want to throw a rock at.
Stop throwing rocks at Toast, okay?
And we're near the event, and I make a joke, and I reach to his dashboard on his car to press a button, and he's like, "What was that?" And I was like, "I don't want to tell you." He's like, "No, please tell me. Why did you just do that?" He's like, that was me pressing my Stream Deck applause button. And that's how much of a problem it is. You'll learn it yourself. You'll find your favorite noise you can make from or something you can do with it. You will not be able to contain yourself. It's too hard.
For me, it's a sheep noise because I use it for everything now. Especially when I fail or say a joke that doesn't work, I'll use the sheep noise. So it's like meh. It's like, oh damn it.
I actually use it not on stream when I'm just chilling. That's my problem though.
So there has to be a place where we can go to get therapy for this Stream Deck problem.
Like, I know there's a tool for me to be able to play my Stream Deck through my microphone for anyone in the room to hear it. I actively refuse to do that because I know that I will not have any friends after 5 minutes. But no, I'll be like hanging out with my buddies playing games, and I'll make a joke, and I'll be like, I just did it now. I just pressed it. I'm going away from that. I actually have it open, the sound open. I'm moving it away because I want to start pressing it. I need to stop.
Stop touching the button. I know it's shiny, but you need to stop touching the buttons.
But no, it's an awesome thing for any streamers out there. Like, of course I'm not sponsored by Elgato. Like,
we
if
wish.
I am, then I've done it. But no, I would. It's the best thing I've ever gotten for streaming. Like, you could have any good camera, any good microphone in the world, but that thing is just excellent.
It does everything except tie your shoes.
You want to achieve.
Doesn't tie your shoes, but it could in the future.
You never know. I might trip over trying to press a button someday. My shoes just tie themselves. It could happen.
Okay. All right. So, what genre do you prefer to stream? Games or Warhammer?
See, I'd say games.
Mm-hmm.
But then I would say I don't really think of them as separate categories because Warhammer is a game. You know?
I meant as in video games. Sorry.
Of course, yeah. No, I'd say probably video games. But it's like ridiculously close because like at the same video games I get to be absolutely wild and just do what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
But then the Warhammer stuff is me hanging out with my buddy Gunslinger, and me and him are just taking on the world, trying to achieve something. While I just get slapped around by dice. So no, definitely games.
They're not nice.
Games have given me a lot. Like, there's been some series that I've streamed that I do. I know it sounds like a really corny thing to say, but like, it's changed me. You know, streaming has changed me in the fact that I've played games that I would never have played, and I've fallen in love with them. I don't want to say it because you want me not to say it, but it is Resident Evil.
He said it, Chad! He said it!
I said the word. It's over.
It's over now. It's over now. Be prepared for an 8-hour stream of me talking about nothing but Resident Evil. I have a problem.
Resident Evil is, I genuinely, I cannot, like, you know, obviously, again, corny thing, but like, I can't thank a game more. You know, when you owe I feel like I owe something to it. Because I started streaming that, and that was the first day where I went, I actually think I'm okay at this. This might be something I'd like to do more. That being streaming. And it was me playing Resident Evil 1. After probably 20 years of trying, because I am such a child when it comes to my level of being able to take scary stuff. I just can't. I can't watch scary movies. I could never. Like, when I was a child, I would hear people telling scary stories, and like just a weird ghost story would keep me up for weeks because my imagination was just way too on, and I just wouldn't be able to do it. Like, I think someone told me about The Exorcist one time, and like every time I heard like a creak outside my door, I thought I was going to die for like 2 weeks. I couldn't sleep. I was just like, horror's just not for me, is it? But I always had this draw to Resident Evil, regardless of all of those fears that I had. Like, genuinely, there was just, I don't know what it was. It was something saying, you have to play this someday. You got to get over this. And streaming gave me that, because it was like, if I press the live button, I can't get too scared to go through this door and then just end the stream. I have to keep going. But those first 3 streams, like the top of my head was literally burning with anxiety. Like, it was so awful. But then there was a moment where it just clicked. I was just like, I love this. And when I beat Resident Evil 1 on stream for the first time, like, I genuinely nearly cried because it felt like I'd achieved something. And then it just propelled from there. And then I played 2, and then I played 3, played 4. I haven't played 5 yet, or 6. I'm afraid of 6. I hear people talk about 6, and I've seen what it is, and it kind of goes in the direction of Resident Evil that I'm not a fan of, where it gets really over the top action.
Yeah, it is.
I like to slow it. I like Resident Evil when it's like really slow and creepy. Like I saw on Twitter today, it was a video of someone just standing in one of the random like rooms in Code Veronica with like a light swinging and music playing. I was just like, that's it though. That's Resident Evil. Where it's just like you in a room, there could be nothing there, but it's just really creepy, and I love that about Resident Evil. Resident Evil wikis out there shouting at me because I need to play 6 and 5. I will.
Have you played 7?
Yes, 7 and 8. Yeah, I played 7 and Village. They're both extraordinarily good as well.
I wish I could play them.
Yeah, you have your problems with them, don't you?
Yeah, I can't play them. Oh my god, my last stream was a disaster because my motion sickness kicked off. So it's like, I gotta end stream, I'm gonna throw up on everything. I need to go. It's horrible, it's just getting worse.
Village, I kind of low-key hate Village because of the trauma that it's caused me. Because, like, the main game, obviously the baby section, is just...
Oh, I hear about that section all the time.
It is just the worst thing in the world, and I couldn't believe that I had to do that. And then, obviously, the DLC comes out, and they're like, hold my beer, and they make it worse. Because I hate dolls. Like, dolls creep me out, something shopping. Like,
yeah.
When my nieces were, like, getting through their doll phase, I was like, no, please get that away from me.
Gray could never play Fatal Frame, ever, because he would die of heart attack.
My niece actually got one of those like really super realistic dolls.
Oh no.
I couldn't be in the same room as that. I legit couldn't. And then obviously in Village the DLC is just like, look at all these dolls that are moving at you. I'm like, oh my fuck.
Yeah, I never had a problem with creepy things when I was younger because my favorite movie, like when I was 8, was Dawn of the Dead. No judgment, okay. Although I was terrified of scarecrows back then, so they still creep me out, but they're not. It's not as bad, but it's giving me the heebie-jeebies like spiders. Like, no, get out of here, spider! I actually almost broke my desk because there was a spider on my desk when I was streaming, and I was sitting there slamming my book down on it, and I was like, "What's going on?" It's like there's a spider on my desk. I'm sorry, I had to kill it.
No, that's me with wasps.
Wasps are just assholes, okay? Bees pollinate. Wasps just sting you because they're assholes. That's it. They have no purpose.
I'm not even joking when I say this, but like, I think when I was like 11 years old, my family moved into a new house, and near that new house was a wasp nest one summer. So that entire summer I just played Metal Gear Solid 3 on repeat. I didn't go outside. Because every time I went outside, I would see a wasp, and I would just 180 back into the building. Because that's how bad it was. But it was lovely, because then I became really obsessed with Metal Gear Solid 3, which is one of my favorite games of all time.
Yeah.
So
I do enjoy that.
Me being really afraid of wasps gave me something. I suppose that's a good thing.
My terrorphobia helped me out here.
I just can't. If I see one, I will run. So far.
I will run. Yeah, I scream when I see spiders and go. And my husband's looking at me like, "Oh God, what now?" It's like, "Oh, it's bad. I can't. That and stink bugs. Over here in the U.S., we have a problem with stink bugs, and they just fall off the ceiling and like land on your head or walk across your face when you're not paying attention. It's like, yo, bro, personal space. And you don't dare smash them because then they'll stink for like ever. It's like, you just throw them. It's like, go away.
No, being in Ireland is like really comfortable because our most dangerous animal is the cow.
The cow?
That's actually real, yeah. Statistically, the most deadly animal in Ireland is the cow. With nothing else to worry about.
I'm sorry, I don't know why I find that funny.
Just getting kicked by cows on farms is the most fatal thing. Like,
oh my God.
No black widows, no tarantula hawk thing. No, just a cow.
No murder hornets.
Go to a farm and you're okay. No murder hornets, no.
We have murder hornets.
If I saw one of those, I would just die of shock. Never mind its sting.
You have spiders that give you necrotic damage and make you lose your flesh. Yeah, it's great. Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. Anyway, back to this list I have here. So what is the most frustrating / rewarding thing you found as a streamer? So I want to answer for both. What's the most frustrating and what's most rewarding? I think you already told me the most rewarding.
What's the most frustrating? Oh my God.
Yeah, as a streamer, I mean, because everybody has a frustrating thing. Mine is I can't focus on the game and the chat at the same time. Sometimes my brain like wants to split in half. So it's like, wait, okay, I'm supposed to be paying attention to both. You have to talk too, so come on, we can multitask here. We can do this.
No, I definitely there's been actual series that I haven't, like, I kind of try and make sure that if I start a series, I finish it. Like, no matter what. But
Unlike some other streamer.
I just cannot focus on it. Like, I got the Cuphead DLC.
Oh, no.
In the summer, right?
Yeah.
I played through Cuphead and people enjoyed it. I wanted to die, but people enjoyed it. And that DLC came out. I tried the first boss for like 10 minutes, and then literally for like an hour, the next hour and a half, 2 hours, I just couldn't. I ended up just starting watching YouTube videos, making me. I just stopped playing the game. So I definitely suffer from that as well. Biggest frustration as a streamer? Oh my god, that's such a hard question. I don't know. I have to give you an answer though, because that would be cheating. Pressing the applause button too much definitely is definitely one. No, I think my biggest frustration is like there are days where I don't feel up for a stream, and I think that's just natural. You know, if I'm like in like a low mood or something, and if I have to cancel that, or if I try and like power through, I feel like that's kind of the thing. Is like I feel like a wave of guilt come over me when I don't stream for like more than 3 days. I've mentioned this the last couple of weeks. I'm like, I haven't been live in like 4 days, and I feel so terrible.
Right?
So
the streamer guild is bad.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably it. It's like streamer guilt, where I'm like, God, I didn't go live today, and I instead just sat around. I should have just went. You know, I kind of feel like it's that. I definitely feel like I should. You know, my brain's like, you need to take a break, and I'm like, yes, but at the other side of my brain's just like, but you could be live making peen jokes and having a good time. It's like, that's
the peen jokes are important. Everybody needs them, of course, but you know, mental health is something that you have to pay attention to.
100%.
Or if you get COVID and can't talk anymore.
Yeah. No, I tried that. This is when LS was streaming at the time. He was doing this. Is not long after Elden Ring came out, and I got COVID. And we were doing like a sort of co-op playthrough, and he was looking to stream, and he's just like, Gray, do you want to come on for a bit? And I'm like, man, I'm dying. But then I forced myself to do it because the streamer guilt was there. I was just like, I have to help my buddy. And that VOD's not there anymore, and thank God, because I sounded like I was about to die. Like, it was like I swallowed like 3 tons of gravel and tried to talk through it. I shouldn't have done that. But it was that. It was like, I felt compelled to do it.
Yep.
But that comes from a good place, though. I think, you know. So it's like I feel bad for us streamers because us as streamers, Pizza, we're doing something that we'd love to do, and we're getting an interaction that's totally unique from people. And I just find streaming is just something that there's not really much in the world that you can get the same effect back from.
Yeah, it's a crazy high that you get, especially if your stream goes well, you kicked butt at something. Like when I did the walk only in Resident Evil, where you have to walk all the way through and get to the end without dying. Well, I died a couple of times, but let's see. But still, I made it through an entire thing just walking and not dying by Mr. X, which was amazing. It's like to get the high after that. I was like running around my house going, yes, I feel great about myself. What am I going to do next? What am I going to do? Then you have days that go, oh man, this stream is shit. And you want to hide under your desk. So it's an up and down. It's horrible, but But it's amazing
there's not
too.
Much consistency with streaming. Like there's not like every stream just is totally on its own. Whether with how you're going to feel about it. It's definitely a problem of mine where I could have like a really good stream, but be way too critical of myself on it. It's like, what are you doing? That's kind of my like. Great, that was good, and but that's kind of my little.
I love all of your streams. I go as soon as I see you come on, immediately go in there because I know it's going to be a good time. Especially if I had a shit day, it's like, okay, make me belly laugh. I want to belly laugh. Oh, it's great. It's great to go there. So everybody should follow him right now. Go click that button up there. I pinned it. Go follow him. Trust me, he needs to get up to the thousands. He needs to be up with the bigger streamers because he is a gem, okay? Instead of these boring ass people who are at the top and make too much money. like, okay, I'm done with my rant. I'm good.
Have you done the Thomas the Tank Engine Mr. X mod yet?
No, I have not. Although I found a couple of
need to
mods.
do that.
I found one of my friends, Dazalek, who I actually had on the podcast not too long. He found me an invisible mod for Resident Evil 2 Remake, and I'm definitely gonna do that. I don't know when.
Invisible enemies?
Yes, invisible enemies. They're invisible.
Oh dear God.
So can you imagine an invisible Mr. X?
I can, and I'm not happy with that.
Thank you, Jack. I appreciate you. Yes, Jackson. I follow him. Of course you do. But anyway.
Jack's good people. But no, you should definitely try the Thomas one.
Okay.
Like, there's nothing more terrifying than just hearing the Thomas the Tank Engine music getting slowly closer to you.
Yeah.
It's meant to be this like kids show that's like happy music. It's like Thomas and his friends are coming. It's just like, no, get the fuck away from me, run.
Get away! Yes, get away.
Like chewing down the hallway. It's fantastic. It really is. I've done it a couple of times on the stream because I've like a bunch of times I'm like, what do I do? And people are like, let's do Gray used to do Thomas, and I'm like, yeah, let's go. Let's just run away from Thomas for the next few hours and have a good time.
Yeah. There's a couple of challenges apparently I'm supposed to do that my chat wants me to do.
I need to start doing challenges.
It just gives me an excuse. I've played it so many times. I have to find excuses to play it.
I mean, I went to do the Resident Evil 1 randomizer last week, and it just decided to kill itself. It didn't work anymore. And it's just like, oh, for God's sake.
Yeah.
But that's really fun because, you know, it's like, that's an ink ribbon, and it's like, no, it's not. It's shotgun shells. It's like, oh no, I don't know where any of the puzzle items are. And that can get wild from what I know. If you get a good like seed that gives you a lot of like you can actually get to the end of, you can end up down in the lab like three minutes into the game. And it's like,
cool.
Okay, I'm here now, but you need to go all the way back to do the dog whistle challenge. And it's like,
have you played the Kendo mod? Have you played the Kendo mod or the Marvin mod?
No, I will do that. I've definitely been thinking about doing more because I haven't streamed OG Resident Evil 2, and that's a crime to me.
What? You should do that.
I haven't done it. I think I might be doing it soon. I think that's definitely one of the ideas that I'm going to have on a Sunday evening when I'm making my schedule.
If my Elgato doesn't stop being a dick and let me freaking stream it, every time I try to stream it, the sound messes up and it makes me angry. So it's like, okay, I need to fix this before I can play Resident Evil 2 OG on stream, because that is my ultimate game. That is the game above games. I mean, there's that game and then Dead Space. So Resident Evil 2 is like the ultimate of ultimates for me. And the fact that I can't stream it!
I couldn't believe how much I enjoyed the original when I played it last summer.
Yeah, it's so good.
This is like, I've never played this before. There's no nostalgia here, but I'm in love with this now. This is awesome. Like, it's genuinely one of the best games ever made. It's the OG Resident Evil 2. I'm like, but you know, you go back to an older game that you played when you were a kid, and you're like, oh my God, this is awful, like, because it just hasn't aged well. But Resident Evil 2 has aged excellently.
Yes.
Because the gameplay is just so good.
It is.
It doesn't need high-end graphics. It doesn't need anything like that. Then I did see that someone's modded a GameCube version of it. I don't know if you've seen that.
No, I haven't.
Where it has like HD textures.
No.
And it looks wild. I'm gonna try and see if I can get a hold of that and get that going, because it does just look excellent. Someone's done this the whole project, taking all of the textures in the game and making it look like it was sort of up to the remake level, RE1 remake.
I still haven't actually streamed that.
I gotta try that.
I've never actually beaten that one.
See, that is my favorite one. That is my ultimate, because, well, it was the first one I beat, and that was where I had that high of, like, I finally did it. I finally beat this game. But I don't know, I find that game's atmosphere to be just absolutely perfect.
It was good.
It's just really creepy mansion. It's like, oh God, you don't know what's around every corner.
Yeah, I watch a lot of speedrunners run it, and it's like, oh my God, just all of the dark and shading. It's like, it's perfect, and the thunderclaps randomly. That would probably make my hair all stand up on the back of my neck. It's like, no! But yeah,
thunder with no rain is a weird one, but it is what it is.
It's true. It's true. All right.
But that's a horror trope, isn't it?
It is. It is. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something, but I completely forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind about that. So we'll go to the next question. What was your?
Just think about capybaras. It's okay.
Capybaras. Yes, with a little lime or an orange on their head. Guys, I love that. What was your favorite stream to date? You've been a streamer for a little while. What's your favorite stream that you can remember?
Right. Must not let brain have recency bias. This is what I need to not do.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite stream? Like, what stream did I just watch? I feel like some of the earlier Subnautica streams were just mind-blowing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was, I've got my little channel and I've got my regular people that come in and I'll get a few followers every now and again. It's like, yay! But, like, that first stream of Subnautica, it was just like, why are there, like, 30-odd people here and why have I gained, like, 20 followers? Are these bots? And then they ended up not being bots. And I was just like, what the hell? But that's on a growth level. That's on a numbers basis. I don't feel like that would be a proper answer. But that was one of those moments where you go, what have I just started playing and why is there so many psychopaths loving this?
Mm-hmm.
But Subnautica is wonderful for that. The community in Subnautica is awesome. And I heard that before going in. But favorite stream to date? It might actually be the stream where, one of my first streams on GrayTTV that I think back to.
Mm-hmm.
It was me doing the Thomas the Tank Engine Resident Evil 2 mod. Like, that was my second stream in the channel.
Mm-hmm.
And it was my birthday stream that time. Yeah, and it was just, I'd gone through the transition, as I mentioned. It was on that other channel. I'd gone through the transition, and I had these doubts as to whether or not I'd made the right decision to break off and do my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that stream was the one where it went, okay, this was the right idea, because the amount of love that I experienced from the chat in that stream and the community around me was absolutely unbelievable. They were all of them. Everyone that was there was just incredible. They were like, it was like for one of the first times in my life where I look at it and go, there was genuinely a lot of people like cheering me on to do my best, and I've not really had that much in life, unfortunately. And I know there's a lot of people the same way, but that was the first time where I went, oh my god, there are people here properly rooting for me. And that's probably my favorite streamers because of that, because it gave me the go to just take this thing on properly.
Yeah, that gives into the high that you actually have people who are like, yeah, go do it, you rock. It's like, excuse me, are you talking to me?
Exactly, yeah. Like, I don't understand, but thank you so much.
Yeah, it's like, these people are here to watch me. They take time out of their busy day to come and sit and watch me play video games and make an ass out of myself. What's wrong with you? You could be doing something else.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
yeah,
I mean, but even like last week on my year anniversary and birthday stream that I did, there was a couple of people in the stream. One of them, I'm obviously not going to name them, but they were telling me that they were in hospital watching me.
mm-hmm.
I'm like, you're in hospital, you're not well, but you've taken time out of your day to come in and say hello. What is that? It genuinely breaks me inside, but in a good way, where it's like, oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
There's someone going through real tough times right now, and they've thought, Gray is live and I need to go and say hello. And sometimes that's the best thing. I'm sure you agree, where like, I don't have much time, but I saw you were live and I want to come in and say hello.
Mm-hmm.
I see a lot of people say that they feel bad for that. And for anyone else who's listening, with regards to me specifically, I've seen that a few times where they're like, I always feel bad to just come in and say hello and leave again. I'm like, absolutely no. You shouldn't feel bad about that. That's so incredible that you want to do that. Like, yeah, you have stuff going on, but you come in and said hi, and that's the best.
Uh-huh.
I went off on a tangent there.
No, it's okay. I was listening. Because I did exactly what that other person had did. When I was getting, everybody knows that I'm a cancer survivor, so I did 8 years of like chemo and surgeries and all that, and I had nothing to do in those 8 years because I couldn't work because the stage I was at, it was a higher end stage, so I had to take a lot of crap. But anyway, I had nothing to do but feel like I'm dying and watch streams. So I lived off of Markiplier and watching people on Twitch. So that helps people. Just watching something with their eyes helps them focus not on whatever else is going on in their lives. You're just making them feel better. So take that as a huge compliment. It's like you're sick and dying, but you're watching this person because they give you comfort in some way. And that's amazing. That is the best feeling. That is like the ultimate gift to a streamer. It's like, I feel like shit, but this is where I want to be, right here with you.
Yeah.
So yes. Yes, that wasn't me
100%.
though. That wasn't me, Jack. That wasn't me. That was Gray. Because I drink
That
out of
was me.
bottles. And he didn't even tell us what he's drinking. That's rude.
I'm having some cider. I'm chilling out.
He's chilling with some cider.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. All right. So back to these questions. So, what are your views? Now, I want to sound a little bit pro over here. What are your views on paid sponsorships and stream teams?
Paid sponsorships. I mean, I think I'm all fine with it if you truly believe in what you're sponsoring. You know, if it's just something random and you're like, hey, look, money. I kind of
Raid Shadow Legends. Everybody does the Raid Shadow Legends.
Should follow Raid Shadow Legends. Download it
No.
and get a free pack with $40.
Bitch, do you see what I stream? That has nothing to do with Raid Shadow Legends.
But no, if it's like something, if it's like a product or it's something that I would use and believe in, then yeah, I'd be absolutely fine for that. Like I don't know if you ever get them, but I see like I'm inundated with like Stream Elements sponsor emails. I just ignore them because it's like
yeah, I get them all the time. I just ignore them.
Play this mobile game for 3 hours. And
no,
I'm like no, I'm not doing something I don't believe in just for that. But at the same time, I'm like, if a streamer wants to go and do what they need to do, to help support the stream, the channel, and themselves, if they believe in it, then absolutely go for it. You know.
Yeah.
Stream teams. I mean, I don't know. I've never been in one. I've never been approached by anybody to be in one. It's never felt like something that I need. But I don't really have anything against them. I don't have anything for them. It's just really nothing that's crossed me at this point. I see a lot of people in them.
Yeah, I have one group in mind that I've been trying to get into.
I've seen a few Twitter spouts of like drama between them, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Looks like a thing. I don't like that. But I don't know how they operate. Like, are you beholden to anything? Do you need to do it? Do they want like a certain like schedule from you? Do they want like I don't know any of that.
It all depends on the group. I mean, some of them do like mass charities. Like one will start the charity and then raid the next person. That person does a charity, and it just goes along with things. So they do charities and epic events, and it's just cool to be part of a team. Especially, it's like, hey, I need to raid this person. This person's part of my team, and they're pretty cool. But it's like the ones that make you beholden to them, where you can't raid anybody else but in the stream team. It's like that's sus. Please stop doing that. Because yeah.
I feel like inadvertently you end up in stream teams, but without the name. You know,
yes.
like I have these like a pile of streamers that if I see them go live, I have to go.
Yes.
Even if it's just to lurk, I'm like, I'm gonna have you on the side while I do what I'm doing. And I've there's communities that I'm part of, but there's no like name to it. You know. Mini Maddie's, I don't know if you've ever seen him in my stream or you've probably heard me talk about.
I was watching him paint the other day.
He's someone he shouts at me for saying it, but I owe him a lot because he's kind of like this community like leader kind of. It's not that sounds like that's not right. He's just a lovely dude, right?
He's a lovely dude.
Like, he's like a really, really awesome streamer, an awesome person, and he sort of keeps everyone, he keeps everyone connected and makes sure that everyone's all okay. And he's just a lovely guy. And I don't think I'd be doing as well if it wasn't for him and his community, and I owe that a lot. So that feels like a kind of stream team, but without the name, you know.
Yeah.
Through all those people, and then obviously I found yourself, and like all your lovely people have come over my way, and I've sent as many people your way. You know,
because I forced them.
You force fed them GrayTTV.
I was like, go over and watch him. Yeah, like I have a whole bunch of sister communities that I'm like shoved myself into, so now they know when I show up, it's like, yep, oh no, she's here. The loudmouth is here. But it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said. All of those communities that I sort of reference, so there's Micah Igneous out there, like he's one of my close buddies. Future Wolfington, like these are all people that I kind of know and talk to, and they're all streamers as well. And we're just gonna throw love each other, each other's way, and then it spreads and spreads and spreads like a disease. And it's like, look at all these people that you should go and follow, and I'm like, yeah, that kind of feels like what a stream team would do, but there's no label to it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I'd say the sort of net result of the question is like I don't really have anything against them. You know, if someone approaches me to be in a stream team, if I know enough of the people in it and I believe in what they're looking to achieve with it, then absolutely I'd be well up to consider it. You know.
Yeah, I've known a couple of people who are completely against stream teams. So like they're not legit. They're just using you to get you up higher, or to get more views, and it's like, what is wrong with you? Not everybody is evil. There are people that do that though. That'll say, "Oh, I want to follow this big streamer. I'll become friends with them so they can give me more views." It's like, that's not the way to do it. Because my next question was going to be about networking with other people, because that's usually a big controversial topic between streamers, because some people are like, nah, I don't want to do anything with anybody else. And then me, it's like, I want to know everybody because I need friends. I have no in-life friends, and apparently you have a gift sub to my channel. I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you, Malago. It's like, really appreciate it.
Yes, Malago has a gifting compulsion, so he has to give people gift subs. Oh, yeah, he's got a problem. he's seeking help for it.
I pressed my applause just out of principle. I did.
Oh, but I believe that networking should be just basically you going out and finding other cool people, like people over here and people over there, and it's like, those are my fam. Bring them over. We go and hang out. That's what I do.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel like networking is one of those words where, like, there's two different ways you can perceive that. It's like, networking is finding new people that you love and watch, and they will, if they like you back, then they'll follow you, and then you'll get to know each other, and then you'll end up on their podcast someday, like today, you know? And it's like, that's the really lovely side of networking. But there is unfortunately that side of networking that sort of gives that word a sort of bad meaning to it, where it is people will just like be very vocal just to get someone to press follow on you. Yeah. And then once they get that follow, they're in another channel and they're gone.
But the follow means nothing. The follow means nothing if they don't come back.
Exactly. Yeah. No. But that's what I mean. You do get people that are just like, I'm going to jump into 50 different channels and just be like saying hello in all of them, and then start talking about that you stream, and it's like, no, that's not what it. I feel like if you're on Twitch just to get followers, then you're doing it wrong.
Definitely doing it wrong.
Followers are a lovely, lovely bonus, and for every follower you get is like, that's one person that liked what I was doing. That's awesome, you know. And you can always take a good thing from that. But if that's your drive and that's all it is, and you're not there for the relationship that you'll build over time, and you know, getting to know people better, then I don't know. It's probably not for you.
You hear this, chat? Wholesomeness from Gray. You hear this? Wholesomeness.
I'm trying my best. But no, like there's people, like I've always had a real problem with like developing proper relationships with other human beings. It's always been my problem. Anyone that does end up, like I do end up getting attached to, like, God help them. Because I will not go away. But other than that, I've always found it very hard to deal with like human interaction and stuff. I'm sure people are absolutely shocked by this and have fallen off their chairs. But with Twitch, it's like, it's different. It is like, on a fundamental basis, it is just a little name in a chat, and that is all it is. And it's saying, and it's random words that are being said to you as you react and do something in a game. But when it goes to that next step where they go into your Discord, and then you find out a wee bit more about them, and then you start to interact with them, like it just starts to work a lot better for me, you know. Because then I can sort of I kind of have this the word control is wrong, but like I have sort of some sort of control over what, you know, level it gets to without having to be forced into something I'm uncomfortable with, and I appreciate that. But you know, in the early days, I'd be like, oh my God, this person's messaging me. What do I do? And it's like, oh, but now it's like, well, it's fine. You know, there's so many people I know what's going on in their lives now, and they know what's going on in mine, and we kind of keep each other okay, you know? Like, and that's just lovely. I wouldn't have had that if that wasn't for Twitch. You know, there's a few people that, like, I have my issues in the world and in life, and there's a very select few people that know about that because Well, I won't tell anyone, but they've approached me if they notice something's up, and I'll tell, you know?
Mm.
And those people have helped me through a lot of hard times and are continuing to do so. Again, I've gone on a tangent again.
I was listening attentively!
No, I do that. I kind of like, you know, diarrhea of the mouth. Just keep going. I can't.
Word vomit. Yeah, I do that a lot. Usually when I'm ranting about like retail or Resident Evil or anything like that. Don't get me started about paper and notebooks, because you ain't never going home then. Ever.
Paper? What do you think of Dunder Mifflin?
No, stop it. Stop it. Don't ask. Don't ask me about paper, okay? But I was gonna say something, but my brain farted.
That's okay. But
I do this a lot. I have a smooth spot in my brain. I'm sorry, because of COVID.
I've admitted to having smooth brain multiple times.
It's
people
like,
are like, what the hell's wrong with you?
What the hell is wrong?
There's no other explanation for how I operate than I must just have smooth brain.
Yeah, I'm going to be going into my 3rd year of streaming in April. And I was like, I've been doing this for this long and I have made absolutely no progress, but I have the greatest community on the planet. So that is a big freaking win for me. It's like, yes! All these other streamers are like, yes, I want this many subs, or this many followers, we want to get this sponsor, and we want to become partner. Me over here goes, I want to complete 5 games.
No, I totally get what you're saying. I would rather have 500 followers and 10 to 15 people that are actively just really digging what I do, and they're there every week. You people are real, by the way. Then have 50,000 followers and a dead chat. I just would. That means nothing if nobody's engaging with you.
Right.
And I do feel blessed that I do have a community that is just well into what I'm doing, and I don't know why.
Your community is like a cult.
Yes, they are.
They are a very loyal cult, and I love it. We don't
like to talk about it out loud, but we really are.
I love it. Your community is amazing.
Language, we have all these symbols that are like being spread around the internet, and it's just like, what is this? You know, if it was like, if you went out into the woods and saw like Bimson carvings on the floor with like blood everywhere,
that's what Bimson really is.
That's kind of what's happening, isn't it? Like,
yes.
Like, this weird shit is just going off everywhere, and it's all because of me, and I'm very sorry to the world. I really am. I think I'm going to be on trial someday.
But yeah, you have your loyal people who come in, like my one main mod, Alexia. She falls asleep in my stream because she says I'm soothing, and I'm just like, question mark above my head. You fall asleep in my stream? Excuse me? Have you heard me? She's like, yes, you're soothing. I'm like, okay.
Soothing is a word, Pizza. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I come into your streams and I'm just like, right, shit's about to get fucking wild. Let's go.
That's right.
Gift card streamers can get thousands of views, but the moment they go legit, they're back double figures.
Yeah, gift cards. Giving away gift cards in your stream or giving away anything is always a gamble, because you don't know if that person's just there for the gift card or if they're there because of you. So, yes.
I found that because I've been doing a lot of giveaways recently. Because one of my buddies decided to be like, here, I have like 80 codes that are expiring by the end of December. I'm not going to do anything with them. The games aren't the best, but like, I'm sure you can give them away. And I had a month to give away 80 games, so I was just like, okay, let's go. The whole month of December is all giveaways. And the amount of people that came in that never followed the channel, their first message was exclamation mark giveaway. I was just like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's like, nah, I don't know. And then they don't win, and then they leave. It's like, no.
Luckily, none of those people won.
Good.
Thank God. Emmett won them all because he had it rigged.
Emmett won them all.
Well, not really, but Emmett went through like a streak where he won like 5 giveaways in a row, and this happened on a few occasions, and it was just like, what the hell is going on?
Playing favorites, are you, Gray?
One in like 15 champs, and he's winning it every time. My chat were quite concerned with what was happening.
All right. So,
but no.
What is next for your channel? Are we gonna look towards partner? Are we going to have merch? We're gonna have collabs? What are we gonna do? Anything cool?
See, as I've got into the new year, I have been starting to have this sort of internal dialogue with what is next.
Mm-hmm.
The conversation's not been loud enough, really, but I like what I'm doing now. You know, it's kind of like more of the same. At the moment, you know, as I think about it, more of the same. Like merch would be really cool if I knew people would want a T-shirt with Bimson on it.
I'd buy it.
Because my wife got me one of those last year for Christmas. It's like it's like a Metallica album cover, because Metallica's my favorite band.
Mm-hmm.
Metallica album cover with like Bimson's face on it, and I'm like, that is the greatest thing in the world. How did you do this? So no, I don't know. Like, I've thought about merch. I definitely have thought about merch. You know, like T-shirts with like my logo on it or something. You know, just pretty simple stuff just to test the waters. Or like a mug with like a Cappy, you know, the pet the Cappy emote. And I'm like, that would be great. So yeah, maybe. I don't know how to get that stuff off the ground. That's my problem.
Or a T-shirt says "Father Help" on it, because I definitely want that.
Yes. I need to get my notepad.
Yeah, I love your logo. I'm like, man, why don't I have a logo? I don't have a brand or anything. It just, I'm pizza. I'm related to Pizza and Resident Evil. That's it.
See, if you remember me saying, like, in the early days of my channel, I had a bunch of like people that were there ready to give me my best start. Like, that logo was designed by my I don't know if you've seen in the chat the guy called Fisto.
Mm-hmm.
He just messages me one day and says, Gray, I'm learning animation, and I thought I would like take your logo idea that you gave me and give it a bit of a zazz and animate it and also do this other stuff. And he sent me this whole pack, and I was just like, what the hell? And yeah, that's where all my stream stuff came from, was him. I didn't go anywhere else for that. Like, well, I mean, the backgrounds and stuff, that came from, I can't remember the website. There's like some website that gives you like stream stuff, and you can get it animated if you pay like £5 and you're good to go. But like, no, the logo and stuff, that was all him. And it was just random. I didn't even ask him for it. He was just like, here, go. Like, be you.
Ravon, I was making an idea the other day of making a T-shirt that says, "Is that Resident Evil I smell?" Because I'm always saying that. And I even have a sniff command in my chat. A big nose. It's
like a rat sniffing around, but instead of cheese that it's looking for, it's like Carlos's face.
There it is, right there. Resident Evil I smell. I don't know where it came from. Oh, I know where it came from. Dazzlac again, because that's how I find most of the people that I've engaged with is because of Resident Evil in general. Except you. I found you through Alien Isolation at the time.
You found me through Alien, yeah.
Which I enjoyed immensely. But
God, Alien destroyed me.
It was so good though. It was so good. But anyway, yeah, I find most of the people through Resident Evil, so it's like one of my tags. It's like sniff, sniff. Is that Resident Evil? So I smell it. Is somebody's watching me? Because I'm always seeing that somebody's watching me. So that's part of my tag too. It's like I have so many weird things going on. But you just have the Bimson and the Cappies, and that's awesome. Just don't get too many. I'm collecting all type of brands. It's like I'm collecting the brands while doing inside of a hobby. I got problems.
Well, I mean, that's what I mean. Hoot Wireless is a very dangerous thing sitting in the corner ready to go. But that's already a business with things and stuff. I can't take this too far.
Yeah, you can't. Copyright. Hello.
Yeah, I see. This is where my brain goes. I'm like, I wonder where that place is, because it's actually a business. That's where you go and like get phone repairs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, where is it? Because the next time I go over to visit my buddy Slinger in America, we could go. We could make it a road trip.
You're gonna find who.
Like, that's such a stupid thing to want to do, is travel 5,000 miles to go to this random phone repair shop based on a dumb advertisement they made in like 2009. Like, but I genuinely cannot explain to you how much I want to go there.
You don't have to explain stuff like that to me.
The entire time I'm there, I could make that a stream. Like, we're going to Hoot Wireless, and it would get like 5 people that are actually invested in it, and I'd be like, yes, this is perfect, let's go.
So Lizzie factoid. Okay, so I actually went to the mall where Dawn of the Dead, the original 1978, was filmed. It's nice. A mall that's really, really close, and it's like, oh god, this is so awesome. And I was over geeking out, and people are looking at me because it's like, what is she doing over there staring at that pole? Because there's a pole that they shoot the camera up at the beginning. It's like I'm pointing at it going, yay, look at this pole, they were here. And it's like she's gonna crack. What is this girl doing over here? So I have no right to shame you in any way over the Hoop Wireless.
I mean, Hoot Wireless is in Georgia. This could happen. Like, I could do this.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to fly to Florida, drive up, and then I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
And then come home again. My family would be like, so you went to America, how was it? It was just like, I went to a phone repair shop, and then I came home. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Life goals. Life goals.
I wouldn't have it any other way.
All right. We're getting to the end of this list here. Hang on.
Oh, dear.
So what tips would you give for newbie streamers?
Just be you. I'd say just be who you are, because I tried to start streaming, like, when was it, like 2016? I tried to start streaming, and I tried to catch on to that wave of like Counter-Strike Global Offensive stuff where you were like, I'm gonna be that guy, and it's like, and I was trying, you try to put on this sort of act and be like every other person.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's the way. Just be you. Like, if you think that what you're doing is entertaining, then you think you're having a lot of fun, and you're gonna have, like, flat out, just you have fun with what you're doing. Like, don't ever put yourself into situations where you're doing stuff just because it'll get views, or just because it'll take X amount of thing. Just do you. That's what I would say. People can't, you can try and be the next Markiplier, or try and be Jacksepticeye, or I don't know, streamer. Insert streamer here, actually. Yeah, let's just do that instead of naming people. Or you could be you, and you could, like, enjoy yourself. And if people show up, then happy days. You find people that are like you, not this weird caricature of yourself. Like, that's definitely what I've done. Is my live stream is about the only place that is kind of public, that I can actually be me. Because if I did this around my family or my, like, IRL friends, they'd be like, what the fuck is this guy? But I get to just be me, and if that will be my tip for any new streamer, anyone that's thinking about getting into streaming, is just be yourself. But on a more technical level, with regards to streaming, if you do actually want to get it off the ground, the first thing I would invest in, if possible, is
a stream deck.
Audio. Stream deck, but first and foremost, good audio. Like, if anyone's out there genuinely listening, like, get good audio, get a decent microphone, a Blue Snowball, something like that, and you should be fine from there. Any old webcam, it's okay. It's going. You shove it in the corner, you put a sharpener on it, you're good. But I've been in streams where it's like, it sounds like, a 2008 Nokia phone listening to a concert, and it's just peaking every 3 seconds. And with me, with having, like, sensory stuff like that won't fly. Maybe that's just a me thing, I don't know. But no, I'd say good audio. On a more technical thing, but, like, most importantly, just be you. Make Bibson jokes and capybara jokes and jokes about, I don't know, peens, and see if it takes off. And if it doesn't, then just keep going, Just keep going. You'll find someone that is like you, and they'll enjoy what you do, and you'll enjoy what they do.
Well said. Well said. Ugh. This cough, I'm telling you, it will not go away.
Is it still the COVID cough?
Yeah, unfortunately, it's still here. And every time my mouth gets dry, it just starts hacking and hacking and hacking. And I have to ride public transit on my way home from work. So I start coughing, but I get a free seat. Nobody wants to sit near me. So it's kind of nice. Normally they want to sit on my lap. So it's like, now they're like over there because they think I'm contagious. So it's like, yeah, bonus.
Oh god, when I had COVID, I actually genuinely did think I was going. That was it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like day 3, my throat felt like someone had shoved a fork in it. I was just
it's
like,
so bad. Oh, so bad. It's like I was eating so many cough drops, I thought I was gonna die.
It did mean that I just lay in bed all day and watched the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy to completion without stopping. I was just like, this is kind of like one of the worst days of my life. The pain I'm in is unimaginable. But it's kind of the best day because I'm watching the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and that it's really not a better day than doing that.
Funny you say that because that's what I watched when I got COVID. My boss said you legally have 5 days to stay away because I work in a hospital. So it's like, no, you have to stay. You can't be at work. So it's like, okay, now what the hell am I gonna do? All right. So I just like click and watch some more. It's like I'll start with The Hobbit and just work my way down.
I was just lying in bed like a disaster, but it's just having the best time because those movies are perfect. Like I don't think. I mean, I had this conversation with my buddy a while ago. It's just like, do you think they'll ever make a trilogy of movies that good again?
No.
I don't think they will.
No.
Like, I don't think there's any amount of writing, any amount of like special effects, any amount of anything you can do to pull that off again. It'll never be topped.
It's perfect. It was absolutely perfect. But we're not talking about Lord of the Rings because we'll never stop then. Because I am a super nerd. I love Lord of the Rings and the Star Wars and Star Trek and all that kind of fun stuff. And I'm not ashamed to say so. And this music is really irritatingly loud. Stop it.
I've never been a Trekkie though. Like that's not something that's came and come my way.
Mr. Spock was my hero in grade school.
Salted pork is particularly good, yes. So that's the sound effect on my channel. When I got
the salted pork, oh my god, the salted pork.
That scene when I had COVID, I burst into laughter because I forgot that it was actually part of the movie after a while, and it was just like the salted pork. I was just like, oh my god, am I streaming? What the hell? So yeah, it was so good, so good. Gray, what's First Contact? What is that? I don't know what that is.
It's Star Trek.
It's Star Trek. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the originals.
I went back and watched like the originals, but like again, it was kind of the opposite of what I was saying earlier. Is like I didn't have the nostalgia, so I didn't grab it. You know, the opposite of RE2. But
hey, Mr. Roz, what's up?
I didn't have the nostalgia to grab on to the original Star Trek and look past the definite aids that was showing. But that's
am I overpowering him? Hang on. Nobody told me about the volume because all of my mods are busy today. Nobody told me that if we were loud or not. Thank you, Ross. I appreciate that. What was I gonna say?
Speak up. I will speak up. I will shout forever.
Yes, I went to a Star Trek convention when I was younger. I can't tell you how old or how long ago because it'll give away my age and I'm an old fart. But I got George Takei's autograph.
Oh my.
Which was fucking awesome. Oh my. He's my hero. I love George Takei. He's amazing.
That man's voice is a treasure. Like I feel like every like sci-fi
like one of my prized possessions
is
like that.
With a great voice in it. You know, like Star Wars has James Earl Jones. There's George Takei over there, and it's like, oh yes,
James Earl Jones. Yes. If there was a narrator to my life, I want it to be James Earl Jones.
He's 92. That's unbelievable.
It's like one of my favorite actresses is Sigourney Weaver. It's like she's nearly 80 and she looks that good. It's like I am this age and look like I've just been killed by one of those things from Hogwarts, that prison. It's like a Dementor just sucked my life out. It's like no. How do you look this good? I'm good.
Emmett has a Lemmy signature. Why? I would trust that only he would have that signature. I don't know if you know who Lemmy is. He's some Scottish content creator. He's an absolute nutcase. He really is. He's Emmett's hero. I would implore you to watch him, but you will be very confused 3 seconds in.
Yeah?
Yeah. He might actually be for you. I don't know.
Jack, I know I'm naturally loud. I can't help it. My whole family's like this. Like, when I started streaming, my husband said, I can hear you in the fucking parking lot. I'm like, I'm sorry. I can't help it. I get excited and the volume goes up. It's funny because everybody in my family does that, even my sister. If you listen to my sister and me side by side, we sound almost exactly alike and you can't tell us apart. It's really scary. Weird.
So not the kind of household to be in when you're hungover is what I'm hearing.
Exactly. But I have the support of my family, even though I've taken over the entire dining room to stream. It's fine. They have my support. Except my boss has no idea why I do what I do. He doesn't understand the concept of me playing games and other people watching. I was like, do you watch football? And he's looked at me and goes, yeah. I was like, it's the same thing. Except you don't have to go out sitting out in the cold. And don't have to pay exorbitant amount for tickets. He's like, oh, and walks away. It's like, yeah, okay. So we're good now. All right. Okay, this question I'm going to ask you isn't on the list, so I hope you not get too anxious at me. Do you have a streamer that you admire, that you not like want to be like, but admire their style and skill? Because I have a couple of them that I do. And I have actually had 2 of them on my channel, which is exciting. But yeah, do you have any of those type of streamers that you admire?
Oh my god. Like, I have a lot of streamers that I just absolutely love watching. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I've
Mm-hmm.
mentioned a lot of them this evening.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know if you're the same. I don't know if anyone else in chat's the same, but I tend to not really want to watch bigger streamers
Mm.
because I find it's very hard to be personable with them and actually chat with them.
Mm-hmm.
Because someone's got like 10,000 viewers. How are they going to see your message? It's impossible. So you kind of just watching a show that's not really a live stream anymore at that point. So I kind of go down to a smaller streamer 99% of the time.
Okay.
And as a result, it's more me getting involved in their community and who they are,
Mm-hmm.
rather than just them as an entity in itself. Like the community is the bigger part of it.
Yep, I understand about the partners. The partners, when they're up there, they're more into keeping their numbers up, and they have to make money. But there is a handful of people out there, a handful of streamers that are actually that actually communicate and interact with their community. And I had a couple of them on my channel. If you're ever interested in an awesome, loud speedrunner, go watch Sneeble. She's actually
Yes,
an
I know
amazing.
of Sneeble. Yeah,
Sneeble is freaking amazing. I love her so much. And it's like I have to have her on my podcast again, just for some reason, because she's loud. We match levels. She's like my she's like, oh my god, super idol. And Sari Avium, she does all of the horror games and stuff like that. She was also on there. And Matt RPG, he's also a big streamer. Those are the bigger streamers. I mean, if you get up really high, like people like Mad Vlad and things like that, it's really, really hard to get associated with them because they have like 13,000 viewers. But not all bigger streamers are bad. But I do agree with some of them can be bad. Some of them can be bad.
It's very hard to find someone who is interactable. But I'm not saying that they're not real. Like you said, there's also some awesome, really big partner streamers that are just so good at keeping up with their chat and keeping personable with people.
Mm-hmm.
But like Roz is saying there in chat, with bigger streamers to chat, you chat via
It's more like YouTube. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I never want it to be that way for me. I don't want people to have to pay to talk.
Right.
That's kind of a big thing. Maybe that's me being a bit ignorant to the situation. I don't know.
No, I understand that you want the connection.
Yeah, the connection's the main thing. I don't want I of course it's a sign of success, but like if sub only mode needs to ever be turned on my channel, I would be like, oh god damn, I don't like that.
No, follower only and sub only should not be a thing unless you're being raided by bots. It's like, why would you do that? It's like you sit and listen to my channel before you come in and follow. I want to sit and listen to somebody. I listen to them at least a half hour before I leave the chat, unless they're one of those people who just play and don't say anything at all.
Going back to the frustration question, I would add that you've actually drawn something up there. That is probably one of my biggest things.
Oh, really?
Is follower only mode.
Oh, so annoying.
Like, I've raided over to some streamers and it's like follower only's on, and I'm like, I can't even talk to them before I see who they are.
Right.
I have to hit the follow, and I'm like, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of trying to prey on something. That feels like a bit weird. If you're only looking your followers to talk to you, because then how does someone get to come into your channel, talk, and then see if they want to follow you? They're forced to follow you first.
Yes.
Which I feel is it's going a little too early,
Mm-hmm.
It's like you don't see someone in the street or at a pub or in school or whatever when we were younger and be like, you should come over to my house. Before that's the first thing you say to them.
Okay, Dahmer.
We'll have a sleepover, First thing you say, come for a sleepover and then we'll see if we're friends. Like, no. The first thing, it's the opposite of that,
Pickup lines by Gray. Make sure you're writing this down, folks.
Yes, just when you're in a pub, walk up to somebody, say, come to my home, don't ask questions. It works 100% of the time, 0% of the time. Don't do that, chat, please. Jeffrey Chill. Oh my god.
You totally went Jeffrey Dahmer on the chat.
You know what I mean, though. Like, I feel like that's skipping a step with how Twitch works, in my opinion. It really is.
Yeah, I saw a tweet one time about a streamer who referred to his viewers as ATMs. He says he doesn't want to know them. They should pay him and watch him stream, and that's it. It's like, excuse me? Excuse me?
If he had more than 3 people in his, I don't know, he or she. If they had more than 3 people in their stream, I'm confused. If that's their attitude, the whole situation.
They have a huge following. It's like, what the hell are you guys smoking? What crack are you smoking?
That is a real thing, though. Like, some people do just like to be treated that way. I don't get it, but there is a type of people that like that. You know, that's kind of one of the good things and also bad things about like what we do here is like you can have people that prey on certain types of people, you know, where they're like, you have to pay me to talk to me, and that triggers some people's like mindset to that. They're like, okay, I will. And it's like, oh no, how did we get here?
I don't know.
I don't like it.
It's a little gross.
Yeah, no, I like I say, anyone who supports my channel, like I'm very terrible at like thanking and putting into words how much I appreciate it, but it's never ever necessary.
Exactly.
It never will be. Like, I don't want it to ever get there was like, yes, you're on my channel. Why aren't you paying? You know, I've legitimately seen that before.
Yeah, on YouTube. There's a whole compilation of the lady streaming this.
Like,
what?
I've been doing this for 9 hours and you can't pay me $5. Like, what the fuck, man?
What if they don't have $5? What if they just use their $5 for a pizza? Shut the fuck up! Oh, okay, I'm good.
Yeah, no. But no, we've gone into the sort of dark edges of what Twitch can be. There's far better.
That's the dark
far
hole.
better places.
That's the dark web of
far
Twitch.
better scenarios.
Yeah, we want to stay in our own little section with all the happy weirdos, you know, with the capybaras and the pizza and the Resident Evil. We want to stay here. We want to stay here. We like
absolutely.
it.
And keep my money for more plastic crack. Exactly, Ross.
More plastic.
That's what we call anyone that paints models. They call it plastic crack.
Really? Okay, yeah. I learned something today.
Because it's addictive and you can't have enough of it. So it's like plastic crack.
Plastic crack. Oh, one of my hobbies is diamond painting. I've done a couple of cozy streams where I sit in here and I just stick them on the canvases. But my sister also picked up the hobby because hobbies in my house are contagious. So as well as game. If one person's playing a game, another person playing a game, and it just goes to all people living here. Yeah, there's 4 people living in my house. Don't ask me to explain it. But anyway, I was going to tell you a story about the diamond painting. My sister also diamond paints, except she kind of leans over it. And she's like, when she puts the gems on the canvas, she actually popped one up and got stuck in her eye.
Oh, dear God.
And I was like, how in the hell did you get it in there? She's like, it just flung up off the thing. So it's like, now you have to keep your glasses on or have safety glasses on when you're diamond painting. So all hobbies are dangerous. How can diamond painting be dangerous, you ask? Ask my sister. Okay, I'm done with my anecdote. I'm good.
No, that sounds like something I would do, though. Like, I nearly stabbed my sister in the eye with a pair of scissors on Christmas Day.
Why would you do that?
Well, my entire family, I just heard a big gasp of panic because she got her daughter a VR headset. And I was, because I'm the one who knows techie stuff, I was, of course, the person who was obliged to help and set it up. So I had it on my head. The ear must have come with it. I think it's like that Facebook VR headset. I can't remember what you call it. And I was like, I need a pair of scissors because I need to cut the whatever you call it, the tape off to let the headphones come down over my ear.
Okay.
And stupid me decides that once I've done that, I would reach my arm out with the scissors pointing upward.
I see where this is going.
My sister was kneeling over, ready, you know, like waiting to help me. From what I understand, I was like half a centimeter away from her eye. That would have been terrible. Because I like flung my arm out. It was like a proper stabbing motion I did. Because I'm just that stupid. Like, my common sense is unbelievably bad that I nearly blinded my sister playing VR.
Yeah. It's all good.
No, I'm so accident prone, but my wife is even worse, though.
I've almost drank my own paint water quite a few times.
Oh, yeah, no, like, that's that, yeah.
So now I just use a little bowl instead, so I can't mistake it for anything. That's why I only drink bottles. So it's like, if I want it, I gotta open the cap. So I can't do coffee next to me because I will accidentally drink paint water and then die. Okay. So yeah, I'm accident prone as well.
I'm surprised I haven't died yet. Like it's mind blowing.
Oh man.
No, being
coughing fit.
clumsy is just one of my personality traits, and I wish it would stop. Like my name around the house is Spitter because no matter what, I would just spill everything. Be able to drink food, like no matter what, it would just be a disaster.
Yeah, my big sister, she can't have anything glass. We have to give her plastic cups because she will shatter glass no matter what, no matter where it is or what it falls on, it'll break every time. So it's like, nope, you can't. You have to have like a kitty tray. We were gonna get her one of those kitty trays from Walmart, like the multicolored one with like the spork and everything. We never did it though. I think that would be funny. But yes. Anyway, last question, Gray. Are you ready? Because we're already over time. I'm so sorry. I'm keeping you.
Am I sorry? I
but
ramble.
Yeah, so I mean, usually I don't run for this long because people get tired of talking, but I can talk for hours about absolutely nothing. So I have a problem. So the last question, if you were familiar with my podcast, my last question is usually something really strange. I chose, if you could have a billboard with anything on it, what would it be? And why?
I think you already know where this will go.
Bibson?
Bimson, capybaras, yeah, the whole lot. If I wasn't so busy, I was actually going to draw one, but maybe I'll get that after. Maybe that'll be my evening project, and then I'll send it to you. But, so I wanted to just be, you know that sort of picture of like the capybara just slightly out of the water with an orange on its head?
I love that. That's my favorite.
Right, I want it to be that, but many of them. But instead of an orange, it's Bimsons, and every different kind of Bimson I've ever made.
That needs to be an animated emo, and just how the Bimson's falling off the top of
all the
head.
Bimsons just like sitting on top of the capybara's head.
That'd be amazing.
Like the Mr. X Bimson, the Thomas the Tank Engine Bimson, all of the different, the Subnautica Bimson, all of these Bimsons that I've had over the years.
Yeah.
All of them.
Custom DLC, the custom clothing Bimson of every variety. The gun with a fire hose. It'll be great. Everybody needs one.
All of them. All of the Bimsons. With, of course, some sort of subtle reference to Hoot Wireless and a link to my Twitch channel.
It'll be the collage of weirdness. I love it. I support this billboard.
I need to make this happen. I really do. That'll probably be my Photoshop evening. Is that I'll just go on Photoshop and try and make that work if I can. Yeah.
But I'm waiting for the merch. I need a Father Help t-shirt because I want to wear it to work.
I will actually, because I do have a little book that I write things down in. I will actually write that down because that's a very good idea, Pizza. So, but I need to get merch, and the first thing needs to be a Father Help t-shirt.
Yes.
I just need to work out how do you do merch? Like,
you can I don't know. Do you use regular OBS or do you use Streamlabs?
I use Streamlabs.
Okay, they actually have a site. They actually have a way you can do merch, but it's really expensive for people overseas. So me in America would have to pay a lot of money to get merch from the UK, and vice versa. So there's other sites, but I don't know which people use. I have to talk to one of the other streamers. She made a Chocobos Aren't Food t-shirt. So she just recently made that. So I'm going to have to find which site she used, and maybe I can send that to you when she gets back to me.
That would be wonderful. Also, for anyone in chat, because I've seen it this evening, because we've discussed capybaras, everyone likes to make jokes about eating capybaras. For the love of God, stop.
Yes. I love cappies. They're just so chill and amazing. I want to pet one, but you can't have them in the U.S. because they have some kind of illness that's bad and can make you sick. And
you can get capybaras here, but I don't think I have enough space for one.
Yeah.
But no, it's kind of my dream is to have one of them. Because
I
guinea pigs, and I'm like, they're like the king of the guinea pig, and I could like have my guinea pigs riding along the back of the capybara. And it's like,
I want a pet goat so I can call it Bucket. I don't know why. Because I just want a goat. One of the fainting goats, because if you scare them, they fall over and get all stiff. But I definitely want a fainting goat. I want to name him Bucket.
I feel like that would be abuse if you just kept doing that, though. Like,
you have a heart attack.
And it just falls over. And like yes, that's my damn head. My goat
no,
fell.
He's not dead. He just has anxiety like me. See, that's a pet. There's a pet out out there that has anxiety like me. Like chinchillas, if they get nervous, sometimes their hair will fall out.
Yeah, chinchillas are really bad, aren't they? Like,
yeah.
not bad, but like really hard to like keep alive because they will just die from fear.
Yeah,
it's like, oh my God.
They get scared easy and they get prone to diabetes. So if you give them too much sugar, they can get that. So it's like, whoa, man. Sorry, I have 12 years in a pet store. I have some pet knowledge and scary things. So anyhow.
No, it's fine. My sister wanted a chinchilla for the longest time. My parents were like, no, you don't understand how hard they are.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. Like, no. Like, you need to have like the right humidity in the room and all this nonsense. And it's just like, this is so hard to keep right. If it's wrong, this thing will just want to not live anymore.
I advocate rats because I know people don't like them. A lot of people don't like them because they get creeped out, because they have a bad rap, because of the bubonic plague and all of that. But they are generally a fantastic pet. If you don't believe me and are interested, I have a YouTube video all about rats on there if you want to learn about basic care. Man, I sounded like a real school teacher when I did that podcast. Holy shit. But anyway, it was fun. But if you're going to have rats, they're amazing. Because they can eat anything. Rats can practically eat anything except like garlic and other weird things, but they can eat chocolate and chicken and meat and all kinds of potato chips and cake. They're so weird.
Aren't rats like really intelligent as well?
Exactly. Yes. There was actually this one video. I'll send it to you later of this girl sneezing and her rat grabs her a tissue and runs it over to her. So cute. So freaking cute. Yeah. Yeah. So if you're gonna get a pet and a small animal, get a rat because they're amazing. All right. Anyway. All right, so that's the end of the podcast. Pretty weird.
That absolutely flew by.
In a very, very chaotic manner. I have a list. I have a set way I'm supposed to do things. Do I ever follow it? No. Ever. Never. None of my podcasts ever go as planned, but I appreciate all of you for being here. And Gray, thank you so much for joining me. I love your face. You're one of my favorite streamers. Sorry it took me so long to add you to my list. But
no problem at all, Pizza. Like, honestly, it like when you messaged me saying, "Do you want to come on?" I was just like, "Oh my God, what?" Like this person's had like Sneevil on. Why am I here? You know, I was genuinely honored. I really appreciate it.
You're my favorite, so you get to be in the little special group. Not that means a whole lot. If you're a little bit chaotic and crazy, yes, that's
been a blast.
Well, I appreciate you being on. So, guys, go follow Gray if you don't. I see most of these people in here. I see a lot of your people in here, so they already follow you. But
I brought my legions over, yeah.
Your cult is here. But but if you don't follow Gray, go do so now. Go do it. Go do it because he's amazing, and you will not be disappointed because he's going to be playing Dead Space soon.
I am going to be doing that. See, genuinely. I didn't know when the remake was coming out. I was planning to do a Dead Space playthrough anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like I'm going to be playing the old ones when the new one's out. I'm going to be that guy. Because I didn't know it was coming out. When does it come out? Like 5 days from now? 27th?
27th, yep.
Yeah. Yep. I thought it was like end of February. I was trying to line it up that way.
No, it's so coming soon.
Wrong.
Dead Space, the first one, isn't that long. You could probably do it within like 2 episodes. So, I mean, with your technique and proneness in games, you should be able to get through it, no problem. Because you're not scared of horror games at all, so you should be good.
No.
See, Cupid's already screaming, stomp, 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 because I'm always screaming about the stomp in it, because you get to stomp on boxes and enemies. It's my favorite thing ever. So I kind of go off on that.
Is the remake just the first game, or is it all of them?
No, the remake is the first game. It is a little bit different, but it has all of the main basics that are needed in there. But they have like jet boots now where you can like fly around. You could do it before, but you can only like jump to place. This you can actually fly, which is going to be even more fucking fun because I can't drive in games. I can imagine how to fly. I played Far Cry 5 once and I crashed my helicopter into a tree that caught on fire, that caught the hillside on fire. So that's my experience with flying. Please don't ever fly with me.
No, maybe I'll just absolutely grind out the first game and get ready for that. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I don't know what happens.
Oh, he won't cry. No, LS, he won't cry. He'll be a big boy. It'll be fine. Hey, Mikado, how are you, buddy? It'll be fine. He'll be absolutely fine. He needs to play this though. He needs to play Dead Space because it is the god of survival horror. It is the most amazing game ever, and it still holds up even though it's from 2008. It's so good. Trust me. Trust me.
I do trust. I will. I definitely will. it's 100% going on to the skate. It is Sunday now, so I need to think about that actually.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'll put it. There'll be a dead stream, a dead space stream.
It's a dead stream.
There will be a dead. Well, in fact, there will be a dead stream next week, but there will also be a dead space stream. Maybe that will be the dead stream. I don't know. But no, there will definitely be one next week. Because like you were awesome and threw me a copy of that game. So I once again need to thank you for that. That was incredible.
Everybody should have it.
I really appreciate it.
Everyone should have
the game.
Everybody should have it, whether they like it or not. They should have it. No, that's not a big deal. But you should at least try it. If you're gonna play the new one, you should play the old one at least.
No, I will. Like I say, if the stream's on, I can't stop. I have to keep going.
Hey, put on your brave boy pants. I'm a big boy and run through it. It'll be good. It'll be all good.
Did Lizzie admit that she has the same driving skills as Leon Kennedy?
I do. I crash into everything. It's horrible. It's horrible. My husband, as a punishment, will make me play Forza. Because I have no driving skill whatsoever. It's so bad. It's so bad. Oh my god. Anyway, we're supposed to be ending this. Okay.
Yes.
Great. Thank you for coming.
Before we do end, though, I feel like one thing has to be said.
Yes?
Carlos Oliveira is a man.
He is a man. He is the man. So I'm going to do
this whole podcast without mentioning that.
I'm going to do a Resident Evil 3 run through where I can't say Carlos or I can't fangirl over Carlos. I want to see how well that goes. Make it like a punishment wheel. I'll have to play like Dark Souls because I probably would rather remove my feet than play Dark Souls. But I'll probably make that as a punishment. But I think that would be funny. But anyway, Gray, thank you for coming. You can go now if you'd like. I will release you from your podcast duty so you can go do whatever you need to do. But I do appreciate you coming on. You are awesome. Okay?
Thank you so much for having me, and I'll catch you another time.
Alrighty, Gray. You have a good day, okay?
Same to yourself. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, that was a good time, wasn't it? But that one is a little bit long, and I apologize, guys. I don't know what is wrong with me. Once I start talking, don't shut up! Next on the podcast will be the great Lozo the Wild, the sweet Lozzie, my sister of Twitter. You won't want to miss that. That's on the 29th, so if you want to come and see that. Carlos Punishment Challenge. Yes, Mikado. Yes. I think that would be amazing. And if I say anything lewd or talk about Carlos, that I shall be punished. It'll teach me to behave myself. But I doubt it'll work. But we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, yeah, we're gonna do the podcast on the. Oh my god, that earphone is amazing. All right, so we'll do on Wednesday. We'll do some sort of game. I don't know about doing an indie game because my motion sickness problem, so I'll have to test the game out beforehand before I actually put it on stream to see if I'm okay, if I don't throw up everywhere, because it'll be gross. Because puking equals smelly mess equals no one likes you. So we'll have to test that out and see what's going on. Friday we're doing a special Dead Space release stream, probably 5 p.m. Eastern time. I don't know how long it's going to last, but I want to at least get my foot into the streaming world that I streamed it a little bit. And then Sunday is the Lozzie podcast, so I hope everybody will be there for all of that epic event. I love all... Dead Polio! You're late! Why were you not here earlier? I'm just kidding, Dead Polio. I love you. It's always good to see you. But anyway, let's see if I can find somebody to raid. Go away, music. Go away. Listen to my voice. It sounds horrific. It sounds horrific. Why does it sound like this? All right, who's streaming? Who's streaming right now? Oh, we'll go raid James. We'll go raid James. James is an amazing dude. He was on my podcast not long ago. He's funny. He plays Sonic games. He plays horror games. He has an amazing laugh. So just go over and give him a big old hug. Well, you don't have to give him a big hug because that's kind of weird. That's like Gray's version of flirting. Go over, say hi. Big pizza hello. If you like, follow. If not, just sit back and watch the chaos, because most of the people that I follow or hang around with are chaotic in some way. But anyway, I'm gonna raid over there. Thank you everybody for hi, Gray Wife. So we're gonna go over there. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining me on this podcast for season 1, and I enjoyed it. I apologize about the chaos, but that's the way I usually am. So guys, take care of yourself. Oh. Hang on. He must have quit screaming. Oh no! Did he stop streaming? Did he stop? He did. He stopped streaming enough to find somebody else. Do I have to find somebody else? Is he not letting people go over and raid him? Or Twitch? Are you being a butt? I can't raid him. Something is amiss. We have to do it old school style. Find somebody else to raid. I wonder why. Who else do we have? Oh, let's go raid Mad RPD then. See if we can raid there. Nope. Why will you not let me raid anybody? This is bad. What is it? What is the thing for raid? What is it? / something? Is that it? Is that it? Did it work? How does it work? I don't know when my Twitch is messing up. Hang on, I'll figure it out. We have to have the bars on there? Maybe not. Okay, can we want to raid? Can you raid Quasi Saturn QUASI_SATURN? Try Cupid because I can't do it for some reason. It won't let me. So weird. I'm unable to raid at this time. That is so weird. Sorry, chat, if you're still here. Is anybody still here? So weird. You also can't. That's weird. Alright, guys, I'm just gonna have to. Username. Streamer might have their raids disabled. Manual raid. Okay, we'll try. We'll try manual. Yeah, nothing's working. Can I even type in chat? Oh, hey! Oh, it just shouted out. That's weird. Yeah, go to this channel. Tell them I couldn't raid. I wanted to raid, but I can't. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have to exit out. I hate doing it. But I hope everybody has a good evening, and I will see you soon, okay? I love you all. Bye-bye.